Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, August 28th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is revelations come through an open focus on my wholeness. And today, just like yesterday, we have this connection to nature. We're getting into the foundation, into the root of our personal nature. And yesterday I spoke of the animal instincts helping us move us into our nature. Today I'm kind of feeling more of a grounding energy. I've got trees. I've got trees on the mind, and we'll get deeper into that. But we're beginning the day with the moon in Scorpio squaring Mars in Leo. And so this is interesting. Moon in Scorpio, like I said, attunes us to root chakra energy. It attunes us to survival. It attunes us to fears that we may be holding around our survival. Mars in Leo wants us to be taking action in alignment with our hearts, listening to the beat of our heart, being led by that beat. And yet with this square, there may be resistance. Now, attuning to our yesterday's wisdom of the animal instincts coming up, I do want to mention, I had some questions like, well, animal instincts, we had somebody acting on animal instincts and it didn't go so well. No. Those are not your true, authentic, soul-based animal instincts. Those are reactions based on traumas, wounding, distortions of the mind. That is not the animal instincts that I am talking about you to utilize in and through this. And what I love about the moon in Scorpio is that the moon in Scorpio brings these energies up so that we can address them and bring healing into them. So notice what it is. What direction is your heart beating? Where is it wanting to take you? How is it wanting to expand you? How is it wanting to bring you deeper into love? And then, as part of it, notice where your resistance is. Notice where your fear is. Notice where you're letting fear win. The image in my head is the sticky traps that are sometimes hung up for flies in the summer where they fly into them and get stuck in the sticky. That's what fear is doing to us, and it's prohibiting us from flying free, flying into our expansion, flying into our wholeness. But what is beautiful is that the moon in Scorpio will be connecting to Chiron. So there will be a healing balm coming in, helping us move through any of these fears that come up. What you need to do as your part is notice where these energies may be coming up for you, and then, with grace, moving through them, moving through any of the wounding, as you can, into soul, into that soul energy, the soul source, beautiful energy. All right, so we then have the moon shifting into Sagittarius. So as the moon shifts into Sagittarius, a little bit before the shift, the moon is what is called void of course, and that can kind of feel like a kind of feeling. I sometimes get tired during these transits as the moon shifts. If you get, tired, it'll pass. It'll shift with the moon shift, and here comes the fire, some fire energy. Now, the moon in Sagittarius is making two connections through the day. The first connection is with Mercury, moon square Mercury. So again, we have this resistance energy, and this is at 2 degrees. This is interesting. We have Mercury retrograde in Virgo. So Mercury retrograde is bringing up lots of healing for us. Healing in the mind, healing in our conditioning, healing in focusing. But what I'm getting from this connection is misunderstanding energy. Oh, and I have it in the cards. Misunderstanding energy. I have understanding in reverse. Misunderstanding is brought on by a narrow mind. Misunderstanding is brought on by focus of comparison. I have the comparison card in reverse. So moon in Sagittarius is totally in alignment with that Mars energy. Like, yes, I want to expand according to the beat of my heart. Moon in Sagittarius is all about that, all ready for that. But Mercury in Virgo right now, retrograde, may be bringing up the mental conditions that can match with some of those fears, some of that root chakra stuff. Fears about imperfection, fears about it's not going to work out, fears about, good things don't usually happen for me, those kinds of fears. Misunderstanding will come through the narrowness of your mind. This is an opportunity when you come against that fear again, come against that resistance within yourself, when you come into these misunderstandings, just notice, am I being narrow-minded in my focus. Because today, the revelations, the beauty is going to come through open-minded focus. Open focus on your wholeness. This is a personal thing. This isn't about anyone else. And that is very clear with the comparison card in reverse and the source card upright. This is about you. What is your path? What is true for you? Do not get narrow-minded in your focus. Do not get caught in the fear of comparing because somebody else has it this way and mine's not going this way, so mine must not be good. That's just distortion. That's more of that distortion, and that's an opportunity to bring healing into that energy because you're just going to create more misunderstandings in and through that energy. Nurture and self-love is what it's all about to get you in and through this energy. Now, what I love is that the moon is then going to connect to Venus. Venus in Leo. This is at 3 degrees, which is the degree of expansion. So again, through self-love, through honoring yourself, through getting creative, we'll be able to move through the distortions. We'll be able to move through the misunderstandings. We'll be able to move through the narrowness into honoring the beat of our heart, which is taking us into the expansion of our wholeness. Now, I want to say, in the background, allow your intention to just be this open focus on your wholeness and allowing the bubbles, like I almost see it as like bubbles rising. Oh, like here's a little wound, here's this bubble, this space that holds the wound, this bubble of the wound, and then bring your love in, bring the divine love in, bring your divine light in to show up for those places. I really do feel it. This is a very beautiful process that we can go through. Now, in the background, we still do have Saturn connecting to Jupiter, 21 degrees. Again, that expansive degree. I spoke yesterday how these are both teachers. So in and through, as all of these energies are coming up, asking yourself questions the way a teacher would. What's the good in this? What's the joy in this? What's the lesson in this? And that will also help you get into the wholeness of the energy. We also have Lilith coming in. Lilith connecting us to the divine Shakti, primal energy that is always running in and through us, but sometimes we don't listen to because of that, old conditioning. Well, the Shakti's like, hey, I'm taking you there as long as you don't get stuck comparing yourself and trapped in that fly trap. Let's not get trapped in the fly traps today. So to finish up, I got 2 tree cards. I have the tree card, grounded, getting grounded and strong, allowing the earth yin energy to run up your roots and into you to help you expand like tree branches into your nature. And as part of the process, I have the forest card, breath. And what's really interesting in alignment with this is I'm currently reading a book where the main character was taught various forms of breath, and one of the forms of breath was a form of breathing like a tree breathes. And so in it, it was talking about breathing in and feeling the breath coming in, going through all of your limbs, the limbs of your personal tree, but also not just focusing on the limbs, but also bringing the breath in and through your veins and your arteries, moving through your body in that way, like the smaller branches, and feeling it expand through that, and then blowing it out, exhaling it, and expanding greater into your energy field. So allow tree to help you get into the wholeness of your nature. Maybe animal is a little bit too much for you to deal with, although I'm not saying what kind of animal you have to choose. Today I'm full on panda mode, so it does not have to be a wolf or a tiger. It can be a panda or a sloth or a chameleon or a ladybug or butterfly. What's your animal, But if that's too much, go with tree and start breathing like tree and let that help you work through any of these energies that are coming up. And then, like I said, as these little bubbles of fear or whatever pop up for you, what's the good, what's the joy, what's the lesson in this? And then see how you can work this energy. So that is it for today. Have a really beautiful day. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.